Ladies and gentlemen, we're back at the Creek in the Cave, brand new studio, as you can see. We missed a week, which, truth be told, pretty fired up about how many people noticed. I was sliding into my DMs. That was cool. We got Brandon back there. Usually you can't see him, but again, new studio. We got like 13 cameras in here, so there's only two of us, kind of bit of an overkill. The lights are hanging. We got a little chandelier situation. We don't have a camera on the shandy. Maybe we'll get a little 24/7 coverage of the shandy just so people can log in, leave tips, look at the chandelier.
It might the cool thing about the chandelier is
it might come crashing down to me at any point.
And it starts strobing, so I hope you're not epileptic.
This just might hit mid strobe at some point.
Yeah, like it'll start tweaking out and there'll be nothing.
Very professional of you to call it strobe. It's definitely a flicker. We need to change the bulb, but I like that you went with the technical term, the lighting term there.
Yeah. I'm getting really into terminology these days. It's what gets my dick hard, saying the right thing at the right time.
Yeah, the mic goes out, Brandon's like, the cool thing about it is the treble just adjusts to nothing mid conversation. It's a new feature we have. Yeah. So really the bills just aren't getting paid yet, but we're gonna get there. Not much going on, dude. So we're changing things up. We're doing a solo episode, then a guest episode. That's just the way we're doing it. We have a carpet in here. I'm used to being outside. Could we get grass maybe when I'm in here?
we could work and get
AstroTurf.
Yeah, like a little pee pad set up. In
a little
case you
pee
get
pad.
Nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a long walk to the bathroom. You know, I have a small bladder. I also I would like to take my shoes off. Can I take my shoes off?
Yeah, take your shoes off. I'm in sandals. I'll meet you halfway and be barefoot,
just so
which is disgusting.
I'm not full of it. I'll flick one up there. Yeah, man, it's nice. Things are changing. It's mid-August, dude. Kind of the dog days of the summer.
Yeah.
Baseball, football is coming up. I saw the Jets have a guy named Sauce.
Dude, Sauce
What's his
Gardner.
last name?
Sauce Gardner.
Saucy G?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Can you, and I should have, can we get like a coolest names in college football? Because I feel like the college football are going to be more like fuckboy names because people our age are naming these kids now.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not. If you're in college football, you're what, 18 at least?
Yeah, I mean 17 at the youngest, and I'm trying to pull it up right now. I mean, off the top of my head, I know that there's one called The Coldest Ever. Is like,
love that.
Like they named him like it's D apostrophe coldest.
If you have the last name Ever and you're not taking advantage of that, that's crazy. Yeah, you should name your kid The Coldest if your last name is Ever.
Well,
or
and
the
then,
hardest, or the fastest, or the most determined. The most determined Johnson. The most determined ever. There you go.
Have you seen? He's in the NFL right now on the Patriots. Diego Fagot, which is spelled Fagot.
Color of this man's skin?
White. He's a Frenchman. It's French, and he played for Navy. So he's like, he's a serviceman in the NFL, killing it. Diego Fagot, spelled exactly, one G short of a slur.
As a man that was in the Navy, I can tell you, it's only gay. Hold on, It's not gay if it's underway. It's only queer if it's in the pier. So if he was out to sea, he's not homosexual.
Yeah, you get a pass.
He's a hero. He's an American hero trying to kill time.
All right, I got some names here. I read the first two, and they're pretty funny. All right, this is a list from ESPN published on May 25th. Best names in college football. We have for the Oklahoma Sooners tight end General Booty.
General Booty?
General Booty.
That's top of the list. You cannot beat General Booty.
General Booty, white dude, number 14, plays.
You want General Booty to be black.
Yeah.
You really want General Booty to be black.
Yeah, because he's the general of small booties if he's a white guy.
Yeah.
He's into the tiny asses. Oh, wow. All right, this next one's, he's a cornerback for Alabama, and his first name is Kool-Aid McKinstry. So Cool-Aid McKinstry.
Yeah, really, the last name doesn't matter there.
Yeah.
You went with Kool-Aid. It's you're the man.
And he's not a white guy.
He's Mexican, right?
Yeah, he's a Hispanic man named Kool-Aid McKinstry.
He must be Irish. McKinstry?
I mean, that is a funny combination. Yeah. He's number 1 too. I like that. We got a cornerback for UTSA.
Real quick, before you continue, do black people have a lot of Irish last names? Roderick McDaniel, Jordan McDonald.
Yeah.
What's up with this? I'm just realizing this.
Colonialization of Europe into other countries, wasn't, I
just didn't know Ireland was involved.
I don't think Ireland threw it in, but I think they fucked their way into the UK and France, and then they conquered shit. They're you know what I mean? They're just slinging dick.
What do you think they do? I do think black people love mashed potatoes. I don't know the stats on that. I've just never seen all of my black friends. I've never seen one turn down mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah, well, because like mashed potatoes are like a southern dish.
Exactly,
and so that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is a big.
Well, it's northern if you're in the UK, baby. That's Irish.
Yeah, the little potato famine. You know, both been through some trials and tribulations.
Hit me with another name.
All right, we got from UTSA, little Texas grown here. We got Pig Cage.
Hook 'em, pig.
Pig Cage.
I saw that one, Pig Cage. That's a big black dude, O-lineman.
No, this is I can't tell what race he is. He looks
give me a color. Give me a skin color.
it's like darker beige.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't say
Sicilian, maybe.
He could either be Italian or just like a very light-skinned black man. Yeah. And I can't really tell because he's got a helmet on.
Pig Cage.
He's tatted up.
He could just be from Nebraska.
Yeah, I will work on finding out. Oh, wait, here's Pig Cage. I can go to his Twitter. Let's see.
I'm going to need a height and weight on Pig Cage, please.
Okay, yeah, Pig Cage it has him. Oh, he's a defensive back. Yeah, so he's like 6 foot,
boy.
like 180.
Big boy.
Oh, it's going to make me sign into Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, forget about it.
I don't know where the fuck
also,
he is.
I'm confused. He's a D lineman.
My bad,
he's
a DB.
Back. You said that. Keep going. Let's just do names. We don't need to get into the weeds.
Oh, yeah, here it is. DeColdest Crawford.
That's the one I knew. DeColdest Crawford is not the best, but it's the coolest.
Yeah, from Nebraska, wide receiver.
What is it?
DeColdest.
Wait, didn't we already say DeColdest?
I thought it was DeColdest Ever, but it's DeColdest. I think his middle name is Ever, and so it's DeColdest Ever Crawford.
DeColdest Ever Crawford.
And he already has an NIA deal with an AC company in Nebraska. So SOS Heating and Cooling is excited to introduce our new spokesperson, Huskers wide receiver DeColdest Crawford.
Oh, I love it when the stars unite.
Yeah, if anyone knows which HVAC company is the coldest in Nebraska, it's him.
We're actually looking for a sponsorship too, and I'm getting a little sweaty in here, DeColdest. So if you're watching, and we know you are, please.
Yeah, we could use some SOS HVAC. They're supposed to get the air fixed in here. Should be soon. This one's a fun. They're getting, they're not as cool, but this one's just, his name is Storm Duck.
Storm Duck?
Storm Duck.
That's a waste of potential. Angry Duck would have been cool. Darkwing.
This guy's first name
Why wouldn't you name your kid Darkwing?
Is Shitta. Shitta. Shittasilla.
Shittasilla?
Yeah.
You got to name him Penna.
Yeah, penicillin?
Yeah,
like that? I'm allergic to penicillin.
Yeah, I mean, he's killing you.
Yeah. He makes me have a rash all over my body.
You see that guy, you're not even playing. You can't even strap up.
I'm stepping out. All right, we're getting into some worse ones like Bobby Curry.
Bobby Curry.
Yeah.
How about this? How about controversial names in the NFL? Can we get a Google search on that?
Wait, sorry. There's a guy named Squirrel White.
Is there any like a Pacific Islander named Swaztika? Something like that. There's got to be something like that.
Oh, there's got to be one.
I mean, there's already a Faget.
I'll try and find it. Yeah, because
I'm close.
I'm scrolling through the.
But where he's from in Europe, that's just a cool you're just calling him cigarette.
Yeah, a quick run through of some honorable mentions. We have Buck Coors.
Shout out to Buck Coors. We got a sponsorship coming for you. You already know.
Tiger Shanks.
Tiger Shanks, that's either an NFL All-Star or inmate number 7 incarcerated.
We got Demon Clowney.
Demon Clowney, I have nightmares about you every night. Demon and clowns, don't like them.
This guy's name is Blazin Lono Wong.
Okay, his parents are LGBTQ friendly.
Yeah, I mean, he looks...
Blazin Wong? His name is Blazing Wong.
Blazing Wong. Played at Arizona State, where his Wong will be blazing from the STDs that he gets there.
Is that name on his jersey, or is that just his grinder account name?
Blazin is his first name, and then Lono-Wong is his last name.
God, the Lodo is saving him.
Yeah. Rowdy Beers.
Love Rowdy Beers. That's a great Rowdy Beers will hit his wife one day, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah. All right,
or his husband. It's 2023.
That was the list. You want to see if we have any
I'd like to see some controversials. Right, maybe like a... what if young Dolph's name is Aaron and he went poetry and just abbreviated Dolph? Adolf.
A lot of the searches are coming up for offensive team names.
Okay, let's do that.
Which
isn't there a thing right now that Native Americans are petitioning to bring Redskins back?
Yeah, I did see that. I didn't look into it because I was...
By the way, as a man, you can look at me through this camera right now. Brandon, you can see me with your eyes. I am a color. The color is red. Nobody asked me what the fuck I think about this.
I mean, if you look at both of us, we're two pretty like slightly red individuals.
See, you're appropriating my culture. Did you get kicked on Kick a Ginger Day?
No,
shut
you're
the
more
fuck
ginger
up,
than
dude.
me. But
I'm a member of the NWACP because red is a color.
You can kiss my ass. You know how many times as a kid people were like, "Why is your face so red? You have a red face."
Okay, you know the difference between you and me?
What?
6 inches. You can swing on them and knock them out, dude. I don't have that luxury, okay?
I'm sorry I wasn't there. I mean, the teams that's pulling up for the controversial names are all ones it's literally Redskins, Chiefs, Braves with the Wahoo thing.
Yeah.
Ontario, Canada had the London Rippers.
Like Jack?
Yeah.
Love that.
People were pissed.
And that's what we should be doing in America, dude. There's nothing more revered in America right now than the serial killer. There is nothing that women want more. There is nothing that men want to be more. There is nothing that media is pushing out more than the serial killer. And I don't know why Kellogg's not getting involved. That seems like an ad deal. It's just Dahmer dropped. No, what would it be? Let's come up with some serial killer serial names right now.
Serial killer, like
Ted Bundy bunches.
Ted
Bunches
Bundy,
of Bundy. Bunches of Bundy.
Bunches of Bundy.
Bunches of Bundy. I can see that now.
You could call them Dahmer D's, and they're all in the shapes of penises.
All in the shapes of penises, and instead of like fruit flakes, it'll be like little chunks of chili.
Yes, I like that. We could make it different flavor. We could make it rainbow color too. Go a little Fruit Loop route because he's gay. Really tie into the gay pride market.
Yeah. Let's see. DC Snipers, but the C stands for crunch.
DC, but the C stands for. I like that.
But you got to tie. That's the name of it. What do you want for breakfast? A bowl of the DC Snipers, but the C stands for crunch.
Yeah, we could have Gacy Clownos, and they're like all clowns, and like an O shape, and like the O is like kids screaming before they were murdered. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I'm trying to think of other like.
Just pull up some serial killers right now. I need names. If I have the names, I'm good.
Yeah, there's a lot of like undercover. Okay, we got Ted Bundy, and then Eileen Wuornos. She's a big famous female serial killer. Eileen Wuornos. There's no W name serial. No. She doesn't get one. We got Jack the Ripper.
We already have that.
We got John Wayne Gacy, Dennis Rader.
Next.
Jeffrey Dahmer, Gary Ridgway, Albert Fish, H.H. Holmes, Pedro Lopez, David Berkowitz, the Zodiac Killer. I guess I don't know like any of these people that like
Zodiac O's.
That's
a good one.
You could do some
Casey Anthony Flake on her daughter.
Dude, that we could do the Casey Anthony flakes, and then like at the bottom of the box you get a baby as the toy.
Yeah, there you go.
There's like a little baby, and for some reason,
or just a map on where she's buried.
A map on where? Oh, that's on the back.
Yeah. That's the puzzle. Yeah. That's the puzzle on the back. You get to find Casey Anthony's daughter.
Yeah, you're like, can you find it? And you're like, did you check the trunk? There's a weird smell coming from it. Did you check the Disney World parking lot?
Casey Anthony's buried treasure. That could be a good show.
Yeah, I like the idea of these are selling.
I just want to bring home the kid. That's what it's all about for me. Is she Casey Anthony?
Hot.
You said hot?
Hot for a serial killer.
Thickum, dude.
Thickum.
That picture of her at Disney World, which by the way, shame on Disney for letting her in.
Yeah, maybe just don't. Maybe put her on like the no-go list.
Maybe do adult activities for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be, dude, think about it if you saved up like all your money to vacation and you were at Disney World and you like look in front of you and it's fucking Casey Anthony just like solo dolo waiting to ride the Cars ride by herself.
And then you have two choices. You put her on blast or you shoot your shot.
That's a tough one.
Where's your daughter? Or you want another one? Yeah. Those are the questions. Those are the only two appropriate questions.
That's the pickup line you go to, and you're like, "Hey, baby girl, my daughter pisses me off too. What you doing later?"
And exactly.
That'd be cool. You could like when you propose to her, you keep the ring in a trash bag.
Listen,
like,
Casey, I don't have money for daycare either. I get it, but. Maybe we'll pitch this to Kellogg. It might be. It's a rough pitch. But,
I have like a tag in one of my jokes about Casey Anthony. And I did it in Florida this weekend where Casey Anthony was from, and they did not like that. It's kind of like bringing up Nazis in Germany. They were like, whoa.
And she doesn't play for the Knicks anymore, right?
No.
Carmelo, my bad.
Carmelo Anthony played for the Lakers. No relation, I believe.
Yeah.
No relation. Both
pretty thick.
Both
fact. I'm just naming facts here, okay? Objective facts.
Yeah, both pretty thick. I wonder if Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo had a little trouble with his shawty recently, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had some baby mama drama too.
Yeah, man. Let's touch up on that. In the meantime, I do want to say I've been brushing up on my Kennedy knowledge, dude. I watched I had a heavy chest day in the gym yesterday, so I naturally watched some Bobby Kennedy speeches to get me fired up. And he, so you know this, one of the conspiracy theories about how Jack, that's what I call him because we're close, but JFK, President Kennedy to the rest of you, a lot of the conspiracy theories about him getting shot was that it was because he was trying to take down organized crimes, and it was like the mafia that was involved. And they did, like they hammered down on these organized crimes so hard. And I watched a video, dude, of Bobby he was, I don't know the name of the gangster, but it was like the kingpin, what was his name? Sammy Castellano or something, like Sammy the Bull Castellano.
Yeah.
And he's like hammering him with questions on all these crimes that he committed in this public, I guess like court hearing or something. And he's just pleading the fifth on everything and giggling. And then Bobby, who's just like this small, skinny little politician, just looks at him. He's like, I thought only little girls giggle. And then the crowd just erupts, dude. And this fucking gangster just puts his head down in shame. Like, he just roasted him, dude, face to face. You don't see that anymore out of politicians, dude.
I love a good.
Trump calling Ted Cruz's wife a dog face.
Yeah, I love a good like beef between professions that shouldn't have beef.
Yeah, man.
Like I get they're politicians and they are competing against each other, and competitive nature like brings that out of you. But I always loved like when Trump was telling Ted Cruz his wife was like ugly and had like a dog face.
She's
and
a
stuff.
dog, Ted.
Yeah, those are amazing moments because it's like it's so not appropriate for this one moment.
Yeah.
I found out about Carmelo Anthony's baby mama drama. So apparently he was in a pretty good relationship.
Her name's Lala.
Yes. And then randomly in 2018, a woman came forward named Mia Burks and was like, I'm 6 months pregnant and Carmelo is the father. And so that caused a bunch of problems, and Lala and Carmelo actually like split for 6 months in 2018. They're back together now, but then he received a lot of like shit because people were mad that on Mother's Day he posted for Lala but not Mia Burks. Which, bro, imagine now with Instagram doing a double collab post with your baby mama and your side chick and being like, Happy Mother's Day to the two most important women in my life.
I love how the internet has become so woke that they can't take back. Like, this lady cheated with a married man, and they're pissed that she's not getting the respect she deserves on Mother's Day.
Yeah, it is.
This fucking whore.
Yeah.
This fucking slut whore who cheated with a rich, famous, in a loving relationship celebrity is the deserves the respect she gets on Mother's Day. That kid is going to be raised by Carmelo Anthony, not this girl who's a cheater.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean,
by the way, I'd be saying the same. And by the way, fuck you, Carmelo, for cheating on Lala. I don't want to act like I'm just getting the boys back right here. I'm anti-cheating. Carmelo, fuck you. Also, you have a great crossover and a jab step, so, we forgive things for athletes. But I don't know, what are these girls' accolades? She's a softball player. I might forgive it if she's got some home run records. I don't know.
Nope.
Give me something. Give me some. If she can
does.
do anything, can she do a backflip? Somersault. I need an athletic anything. And she's good. You get a pass in America if you can do things cool with your body.
Oh, man, she's an American TV personality.
Nope, whore. Slut whore. Devil slut white whore.
See, actually, okay, whoa.
Safe to assume she's white?
No. She's...
I take everything back.
Let me see if I can
she was
find
probably
her
being used.
exact ethnicity. I mean, she's from New York. Oh, she's Afro-Puerto Rican. So
Afro-Puerto Rican?
Black and Puerto Rican. They did get divorced.
By the way... dangerous side piece. An Afro-Puerto Rican?
Yeah. Yeah, did he think he wasn't going to get caught?
Carmelo, not only are you not loyal, you're mean.
You cheated on the FBI, dude. You cheated on the CIA.
Ugh.
Yeah, they got divorced. That article I was reading is old. They got divorced in 2021. But, I mean, she also, like... their wedding ceremony was filmed as part of a reality series on the couple titled Lala's Full Court Wedding, and then the couple's life together was also chronicled on their continuation series Lala Full Court Life. So she's always just been like a, TV personality. She was in My Feelings in Drake's song. They had her in that. She plays Kiki when he's like, Kiki, Do you love me?
And this was after the divorce?
This is 2018, so this is post him cheating. So, or like this is
right
my gosh, right
so
at
this
the
is
teen.
not recent at all, what we're talking about.
No, so the cheating thing happened in 2017, and then in 2021, I guess they got divorced.
Okay, so maybe that's why
they've been divorced. We're reporting old news here.
Yeah. Oh, dude, hot story on the press. Michael Orr, suing his family for. So I did listen. All right, can you maybe pull something up just to read a synopsis? Yes. We'll get that going so people know what we're talking about. I fucking hate when I listen to a podcast and they just get into like a news story and I have to like stop and Google it to know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, I know. I read a lot about this, so I'm gonna know a lot about it. So basically, Michael Orr, he came out and said that the family tricked him into a conservativeship. Basically, instead of an adoption. So when he was 16 years old, they said they were going to adopt him, but then it was a conservativeship, which allowed them like control of his money and business decisions, what school he went to, what deals he signed, all of that. And then of course, immediately they go, and as soon as he's 18, they get the movie deal done, and they get all that stuff. And so Michael Orr claimed that they kept all the money, that he didn't see a single dime from the movie or anything like that, which is about his life.
Yeah.
And so all that came out, and he's demanding that like they pay him and kind of taking them in bad light. But the Tuohy family, they came out yesterday and said that Michael Orr attempted to threaten them with negative press and shake them down and said, if you don't give me $15 million, I'm going to go to the press and tell them about all the fucked up stuff you did, which I like that they're taking this angle, because what it sounds like to me is he went, hey, we could avoid the court if you just want to give me $15 million. And they said no. And he said, cool, I'm going to go get mine.
Yeah. So I listened to on Barstool Radio, which is back because Barstool Sports, Dave Portnoy just bought back the company. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
So now it's crazy over there. But Barstool Radio, they had you remember the little ginger kid from the movie?
Yes.
So they had the real guy, Michael Orr's real life brother, LJ Tuohy on.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. He shed some light that makes me think that Michael Orr is playing some shady games. Because he was like, first of all, Michael said he was with us for 6 months before we did this. I literally have like 3 Christmas cards with Michael. Like he was in our family for years. Like that right away I can prove wrong. He talked about how he found about this in February. I don't want to put the family group chat on blast. This is from 2 years ago where we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Like he's like pulling up all these receipts and he's like, look, I love Michael. I can see why he's a little upset. None of us understood how the movie industry works, but I can assure you I did not make I didn't even make $1 million off of this, is what he was saying. He was like, over the course of 10 years, came out in 2007, so I'll do the math on that. Yeah. Over the course of that time, he's made about $80,000.
Damn.
And not all at once, not a lump sum. It was like by year they would pay him like $10,000, $20,000. It started higher and got lower. It sounds like, I mean, the movie was I think there's an angle, like the movie is a load of shit.
Yeah, well, I'm reading here too, so I guess it's also that like they just were idiots, the Tuohy family. So when they signed the movie rights, they took a small negotiating deal where they received a small advance from the production company, probably like $200,000, something like that. It doesn't have the amount, and then they received a tiny percentage of net profits.
Yeah, so they agreed to 2% once someone's in here.
Yeah, and they were saying, I'll go close the door and stuff, and they were saying just that like that they also agreed that the cut of the money be evenly split between each family member. So, which is interesting because it is Michael's story. I guess it depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I know he had an article come out maybe back in like 2014. I was keeping tabs on Michael, and I saw an article that at this point I think he's maybe like 4 years in the NFL. He had just won a ring with the Ravens, and there was an article that was saying that he was like embarrassed of the film and it's kind of like ruined his NFL career, and like if he could go back he would never do it, yada yada. And I was thinking like, yeah, I mean, You have that movie come out and then you get drafted. Like, he was probably getting roasted in the locker room. Like,
I mean,
you don't know what a bed is, Michael?
Yeah.
You've never slept in a bed, Big Mike? Hey, can I turn the airbags off? Since you're here, we can just use your forearm instead. Like, he was probably getting roasted.
Dude, I mean, they made him out to be like a complete like moron. Like, they made him like mentally retarded, which he's not.
No.
I mean, dude, they had him with he had like every disability. He like didn't know, he couldn't speak, he had a stutter, he had everything. Like, did you know he was getting into NFL practices fucking up on a play, and a coach was like, Michael, it's a trap block, get it together.
The quarterback's like, hike. That's funny.
Yeah, they just had to be so mean to him. And I mean, I don't.
Because like before that, he's this huge super athlete. No one's being mean to him. But then when you're in the NFL and you're the average, you're not like you can't beat anybody. You're just getting roasted. I could see how there's some discontent there, but it does sound like he just didn't get the NFL career he wanted, didn't get the money he wanted, and now he's trying to do something about it. But I don't think the facts are straight, maybe.
It is
weird to have a hit movie about your life where someone, like, I mean, what's her name?
Sandra Bullock, right?
Sandra Bullock, and they got to take that award from her. If Reggie Bush has to lose his trophy.
Yeah.
But
I will say that one thing that is insane is that there's not adoption papers, is what they're saying.
They didn't adopt him.
Which, yeah, I mean, that makes it
There's
little more.
There's conservator papers.
Which, I mean, I think that's the part that I'm like, damn, Michael might be telling the truth, because it's like, how did he sign those conservative papers? Did you tell him what a conservativeship was? Also, again, I think court has to based off your mental status. So, like, if we're saying that he's dumb, he wouldn't know what a conservativeship is. And
exactly.
I mean, maybe he wasn't like as dumb as they say, but he clearly was a less educated person. So, like, there is some trickery in that, where it's like, damn, why is he not adopted?
Yeah, why wouldn't you just adopt him?
Yeah,
because he was 18. And they want to make the decisions.
But they didn't. Yeah, I mean, that's so weird, because I mean, they had to, if 18 was when he signed the conservatorship, though, and they said they had him years before, then they would have adopted him when he was, under 18 years old, which is just, I don't know. There's also that element too, where like Michael Orr is 37, so do you start to wonder, like, did he blow his NFL money and he's like, fuck, I need some money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm entirely on the side of Michael Orr.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I didn't develop this movie. It sounds like the family did.
Yeah.
And he didn't get a deal to make enough money about this movie that's about his life.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Is it's like I think it's a little funny for the family to be like, it's about us. No, it's not. Yeah. It's about Michael Orr.
Without Michael Orr, you're just another rich Southern conservative family that no one cares about.
Yeah, my parents adopted 2 kids. There's no fucking movie about our family.
They're white, right?
Yeah, we're white, but like, no, and my sisters didn't go on to play in the NFL or do anything important, but.
Aren't they from South Africa, though?
No, they're from Russia, Belarus.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, they're like 40 miles from.
Brandon, let's beep that part out.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, they're American. They're from Kansas. Yeah. We adopted them from a cornfield.
Wichita. Shout out.
We need to come back to this story, though. We need to remember and update the dogs on this when it wraps up, because I am curious to see what the fuck happens.
Yeah, there will be some addendums.
Yeah, some apologies, some oops, you're right. Yeah,
because it is. That's what he was saying, LJ, on Barstool Radio. He was like, this is all about to come out in a very public eye.
Yeah.
So I'm not really worried about anything. Like, everything is going to come out for everyone to see. And yes, there might be some things that make my family look bad, but like, as far as what we're being accused of, I think we're good. And also, this guy, he was younger than Michael when this happened. So it's like, he didn't know what the fuck was going on either.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, that is kind of the state of America right now, though, is that like, we would be like, dude, fuck LJ, cancel him, get rid of him. And he's like, I was 4.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
I was just excited that I had a brother.
Yeah. And he like taught him football, according to the movie, which is all lies, so who knows?
Yeah.
And shout out to, Brad Paisley, who played the dad in that.
Yes.
I believe Phil Collins' daughter, Lily Collins, played.
The cast was crazy.
Yeah, it was good.
It is interesting. It bums me out because I like movies like these. A lot of these, I don't know if you heard about this lately, but a lot of the biopics are bullshit. Like, families are coming out, and I love all these biopics, but I didn't realize they were so full of shit. Like the Straight Outta Compton movie.
Listen, bro, have you ever seen any war movie?
Yes.
All that dialogue, all that fucking heart-to-heart talk right before you kill someone does not happen.
It does. It's just silence
dude.
instead.
It's loud, believe it or not. You can't really talk.
That's true. Yeah, I always thought, don't they have earplugs in and
their
one ear's ringing that doesn't have the earplug in?
Yeah, dude.
You're telling me they're just sitting there and being like, yeah, I'm thinking about my baby back in Arkansas. Here's a picture of her in a dress that goes up to her neck.
Yeah, I remember in American Sniper, there was a quote from that guy Axel, rest in peace, and he was like, Axelson, and he was like, you want to die for your country? Well, I'm going to live for mine. Right through the forehead. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure he said that to himself.
Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't eternally shaking if I miss this shot, I'm fucking dead
exactly,
right now. Yeah. Because Straight Outta Compton.
And by the way, if he makes the shot, he's still dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Straight Outta Compton, that was one of my favorite biopics, but Eazy-E's family said it was super inaccurate and all these different things. And even the scene that it's getting dragged on Twitter right now, but do you remember they have the scene where Dr. Dre is playing the dee 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 dee, and Snoop Dogg walks in, he's like, oh, this is funny. He's like, 1, 2, and he makes
Snoop
the beat.
To the
Dude, it didn't happen. The part that they
they're in the foyer of his mansion.
And you know how Dre makes the beat right then and there?
Yeah.
That part of the beat is just a sampled song.
They all were.
So he didn't make a beat. It wasn't even a remix.
Well, it could have been. It could have been he was just playing that beat on the piano. There was no part where he was like,
yeah,
this is my creation. He just started playing it.
No, exactly. But it was fun because in the movie,
I see how they tried to make it look.
Yeah, they have him play dee 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 dee, and Snoop Dogg just walks up out of nowhere and is like, 1, 2, 3, and it's that's not.
I'm dying to know how much of the Suge Knight stuff is real. The craziest thing ever is if you can look at in the 90s, Suge Knight went on Kimmel, and Suge Knight, and he was like, you're a real gangster. You intimidate people. What would you do in this era? He's like, I'm not just gonna go up and shoot someone. I'm gonna give him a rag with infested with AIDS, Eazy-E style, and the whole crowd goes, what the fuck?
This is real?
This is real. Yeah, look it up.
What the fuck?
Yeah, look it up. We can watch it right now. We can press pause so you can watch it.
And this is Suge Knight?
Suge Knight on Jimmy Kimmel talking about Eazy-E dying. And it's dude, Jimmy Kimmel gets red. He's like, what the fuck? It was back in Kimmel's chubby days.
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm not watching the video, but I can see all the pictures and the quotes and stuff.
Yeah.
How would you do that, Q-Bass? And Eazy would never tell. No, yeah, what the fuck? That's great.
See if you can find the quote where he's like, I'd give him a blanket covered in AIDS, Eazy-E style.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Wow, this is a long video. Oh, cool. It's going to start it at the moment he says it, which is... I always appreciate when they have the video links, because this is a 7-minute video.
Then you click it at some white guy, 20 years ago this day.
Don't forget to like
and subscribe.
Here we go.
Right. Why not bulletproof vest? Oh, that's not... Oh, no, that's just... It's in the style. You've been in the town for a while. That's what all the talk show hosts are wearing.
This is a new thing, right?
Yeah.
See, if somebody gonna do something about it, see, technology is so high, right?
Right.
So if you shoot somebody, you go to jail forever. So the kids, you don't want to go to jail forever, right? So they got this new thing out there. People sell them all the time. They got this stuff they call, they get blood from somebody with AIDS, and then they shoot you with it.
Oh, so that seems bad.
That's a slow death.
Yeah.
An easy thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. Wait, lighten the mood.
What the fuck?
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, he's a cunt, so it's I definitely think there's probably a little bit of him just
Well,
playing
they had mad beef.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying, but...
And not if you and me stopped talking and I would be like, dude, that kid Brandon's an FAG. No,
yeah.
They're loading their pistols for the next time they see each other.
That's actually insane. I didn't know... I didn't know...
Yeah.
That's... I mean, he's basically admitting... I don't know. OJ,
can we keep that audio in? Are we?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
That'll
cool.
be good. I set my mic up to where it was picking up Eazy's audio, so everyone should have heard the video and know what we're talking about.
We won't get flagged for having that in.
No. It's not trademarked or music or anything. So
yeah. That's fuck, dude. That's that blows me away because it's totally possible. That's literally how he died, and I think that was a thing.
Yeah. I mean, if he mentioned it, it's clearly a thing. I mean, also, I'm sure Eazy-E was just having insane amounts of unprotected sex, though. He might have also just got AIDS the normal way.
Yeah.
But, it's more fun to imagine that Suge Knight... Also, how,
What was the quote in the movie when he's like, "You have AIDS, but I ain't no faggot."
Yeah.
That was the exact quote.
Yeah. Which at that point, all the doctors were like, "You deserve to have this." Yeah. Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That must have been. I mean, well, because now AIDS is like not a problem. If you get AIDS, it doesn't matter. Did you know this?
I'd still be bummed.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I don't know if I'd sing from the rooftops. Still.
Yeah, you shouldn't celebrate, but I mean, basically, there's just like a shot in medicine that you take now, and you just have to take like a daily pill, and then you could literally have unprotected sex with another partner.
Yeah,
and you won't give them AIDS. I mean, I mean, if we were dating and you were like, "Hey, I got AIDS, but I'm taking a pill," I'd be like, "You're wearing a condom forever. I'm not getting AIDS."
Dude, I had a friend in the military, and there's no way in hell he listens to this, so I'm gonna say he married a woman with herpes. And I was just like a Japanese. It was a Japanese girl. We were in Japan, and I remember like going over her house, and she had like one of those vapes, and she's like, "You want to hit it?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good.
I'm gonna pass."
But I was like, "How do you have sex with her?" He's like, "We just have to make sure she doesn't have an outbreak." And I'm like, "How do you not throw up?" My God, you have to inspect. You have to put her on a fucking table and take some samples. Make sure you.
God, dude, that is
married
disgusting.
To a science experiment, dude.
Oh man, yeah, dude. I mean, fuck. Think about like how much of an inconvenience you're like, "Oh, babe, fuck, you're on your period. You gross, you're bleeding." Instead, you pull down her pants and she's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I have red sores that look like Braille writing."
I guess I'll get the Bunsen burner.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you? Oh God. Yeah. That's. I mean, damn. He must love this woman or something, because. I mean, that's...
Yeah, well, he also got kicked out of the military, and they were about to kick him out of the country, and he had nothing to go home to. So, that's an important factor there.
Yeah, that's a big, herpes sucks, but being homeless is worse. It's the message of this podcast.
I don't know. Some of these homeless guys are slinging dick.
They seem like they're having fun. I walked by 2 homeless people yesterday that they looked just out of their mind, and they were in one of the, like, cutaways of the bars, the empty bars that they'll hang out in, and he was just like... "Hey man, I got you like what you wanted," and he gave him like a bag of like, it was not money, it was like clearly like homeless people nonsense, and then he was like, "All right, if you give me another bag, I can get you triple the acid you wanted." And I was like, oh damn, these guys are just, a lot of them are out of their mind on acid. That's why they're so fucking insane.
Yeah, dude, they're getting a little comfortable, these Austin homeless people. I'm gonna say that. I walked in, this was 2 nights ago. I walked into one of the bodegas, if you will, on 6th Street.
Yeah.
And they sit outside.
That bodega's a shithole, dude.
I love how you know the exact one.
Yes, it's a shithole.
And they're sitting outside, and this one guy's like, "Hey man, can you?" I was like, "You want a water?" He's like, "Nah, Sprite." And I'm like, "Okay, that's ridiculous."
Yeah,
but I did get him a Sprite. And as I got him, I went back to the cooler, got a Sprite. I'm walking back. He's in the window holding up a Swisher Sweet wrapper, pointing at it like, do sweet. And I'm like, and I hold up the Sprite. I'm like, one or the other. I'm like, he can't hear me, but I'm yelling that, one or the other.
Yeah.
And he's like pointing at it. So I'm like, no. And I buy the Sprite, and I'm like, here, man, I too am broke. He's like, oh, come on. And then I kept walking. It's like, unreal.
Yeah. Whenever a homeless person is like, "Dude, what? This isn't what I wanted," or "No, I don't want this," I'm like, all right, fuck you then, man.
Someone tells me you want a lot of things you don't have.
Yeah. I'm sure you'd like walls and air conditioning, but you don't have that.
Dude, if somebody came up to me and gave me a jug of water, you know how much that would mean to me?
Yeah. Well, that's just because they're like, those homeless people are just out of their mind on drugs. Like
reality
assholes.
Is slipping.
I mean, it is crazy because I used to think that it was like, oh, these people are down on their luck. But the more time I spend, I'm like, oh, almost anyone that's down on their luck sits in the homeless shelter, maybe goes outside and panhandles and goes back in and does it in a very like, I got to get my life back together way.
Yeah.
But any homeless person that's out accosting you for money and like yelling at you and demanding a Swisher over a Sprite is normally just out of their mind on drugs.
Yeah.
They've smoked so much crack that they've lost touch with reality, or so much acid they've taken that there's just a fucking hole in their brain, or they're on fentanyl, so they're just KO'd all the time.
The other day, dude, like right outside the creek, actually, this homeless guy like sprinted at me, like he was like laughing like the Joker.
Jesus Christ!
Called me the N-word. I mean, he was black, so I just figured real recognize real.
Yeah.
But it was just insane. I mean, you like literally, I walk around 6th Street with my fists a roll of quarters in my fist, dude, ready to go.
Oh yeah, you gotta be
PTSD flare-ups walking down that street.
Yeah, I stay profiling on 6th Street. Anyone that
God.
looks semi-homeless, I don't trust you if you're 5 feet away
Dude,
from me.
I don't know. I walk so fast down 6th Street.
Yeah.
People think I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to like ditch them. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, dude, I don't want to hang out here.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, because sometimes, I mean, I've never had like a physical altercation with a homeless person, probably because I'm 6'3".
I mean, I told you what happened to me the other day. I saw it when that guy was getting robbed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you saw it like, and so like there's crazy shit like that happening all the time. We're just more put together, so they kind of leave us alone. But I've also seen like women and men get fucking harassed and cornered by homeless people, and like, you know, like if you're not a big dude who's confident in fighting, you're just going to give the homeless person what they want.
It's true.
Which is like fucked up, but...
You just have to keep in mind, for all those people out there getting accosted, you can win.
Oh, yeah.
Physically. I don't care how big they look. They are famished.
They're amazing. Yeah, they are.
You know?
They haven't had over 500 calories in 5 months.
Yeah.
They're sick.
Those tongues aren't white because they just ate a mayonnaise sandwich, okay? That is skin, dude. That is dry skin on that tongue.
Yeah, I try to give the homeless people under the bridge like waters and shit. Like I have a bunch of like miscellaneous waters, and so if a guy ever comes up and he's like, "Oh, fucking watch your car for $5," I'm like, "You want some waters, man?" Yeah. And he's like, "Yes," and I give him waters. I don't give him money, and
I do that too.
Yeah.
Like even if it's like a half water bottle, I mean, they appreciate it.
Dude, whenever I work the Thursday shows here, when at the end of the night they're like, "Hey, take the leftover chips and candy," I just take them and go give them to the homeless people.
Okay, be careful doing that though.
Why?
You know.
Why?
It's like you ever see an old lady get feeding one duck?
Oh, yeah,
and
all the ducks surround me.
Yeah.
I just leave them. There's like a guy normally passed out in a tent with a dog, and I leave him for him and his dog. You know, I'm trying to get the dog some blue Sour Patches. Make him feel
tried
good.
to rip a puppy out of a homeless person's hands once.
Oh.
And I fumbled the rock, unfortunately.
That's a bold move from you,
Dude,
Matthew.
it was the cutest little puppy, and
Yeah.
then this girl who was just, again, unfortunately, out of her mind, like holding this dog on the interstate, like using it to get money.
Yeah, but just in such an unsafe. Yeah. Like I know what you mean. One of those maybe people who aren't in a city don't understand, but there's like homeless people that are too far gone to help.
Yeah, well,
they're a danger to
too
society.
far gone for me, like in my Honda Civic to help.
Yeah.
You know, there's resources and they're not using them.
Mm-hmm.
And also, how do you bring that horse to the lake? Like, how do you teach them about these resources? How do you make them available for them? How do they know where the fuck to go?
No, exactly. Yeah, I mean, they're out of their mind on drugs. There's no like, hey, you should go here and get help. It's a lot of just like, they'll figure it out. They'll be all right.
Yeah.
Which is so what? So you tried to take it away from her, and what happened? Because like, did you have to park your car?
No.
Like,
so I was like about to turn onto the freeway. She was under one of those bridges.
Was this in Austin or
yeah,
where?
in Austin, and she was walking. It was like a cute little brindle pit bull puppy.
Yeah.
Adorable. Maybe like, dude, look, I mean, this puppy must have been like a month old. And the dog was just skinny. Like I could see its rib cage, and she was holding it. And I was like, "Oh, like your dog's so cute. Can I pet it?" And I was petting it. She's like, I need money for the dog. And she was like screaming at me. And I'm like,
which
okay.
like clearly all the money's going to drugs, not her dog.
And I'm like looking at the light, like I can see it's like turning. And I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, I put both hands out, and I get my hands on the dog's like torso, and she just rips it away from me. And then like the cars start moving, and I have to drive. I'm now a little frightened.
Yeah. Yeah, you failed a theft attempt. You're like, oh shit, I got caught.
A rescue attempt.
Let's
not call that theft. Are you kidding me? If anything, this is Robin Hood. I'm stealing from the poor and giving to the rich.
All right.
It's the opposite. It's the opposite, dude.
Yeah, you're the Robin Hood that Austin needs. We got to start taking more shit away from these goddamn poor people.
Well, and it is kind of like humanely unsound that I care more about the puppy than this woman who's clearly in need.
Yeah, a little bit, but that's,
it is.
You know.
But I have a blueprint on how to help this puppy.
Yeah,
get him some kibble, some water, get him in the fucking AC. I got a pool in the back. I mean, I got a little baby pool in the backyard for the pups. It's great.
Yeah,
and I don't have a blueprint for her, unfortunately. BetterHelp.com, promo code dogs.
Yeah, she's gonna have to figure that out on her own. That's on her and the dog. Is the guest coming at 12:30?
12:40.
12:40. Okay, cool. We got 20 minutes till then. You want to go through some of the news stories you sent me?
Cool. Yeah. Hit me.
All right, I got some too, but let's pull up. Shit, I forgot which ones are yours. Oh, the Killers booed in country of Georgia after bringing Russian on stage. The rock band The Killers publicly apologized to the people of Georgia on Tuesday after lead singer Brandon Flowers was heckled for bringing a Russian fan on stage during a concert in the former Soviet Republic. Huh. How do you feel about this? Why is it their fault?
I wish there was less apologies in this world.
Yeah.
I was at a rock concert on stage. I saw a fan having fun. Sorry I didn't check his papers. Pulled him up to play the drums. Turns out he was Russian. If that's how it played out. Now, if this was something like, we're going to bring a Russian up here. You guys remember the Soviets?
Yeah.
Woo! And then what do they sing? What do the Killers sing? My body tells me no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
When You Were Young is another one. When You Were Young.
She doesn't know a thing about Jesus, but she talks like a Russian. I hate
like
Putin.
Russians.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they pulled him up.
Yeah, I love Putin now.
Yeah, it's just a love song to old Vlad dad. So, social media footage circulated of the concert shows Flowers addressing the crowd after bringing a fan on stage and saying, this is where, like, why did he say this like a robot? We don't know the etiquette of this land, but this guy is a Russian. Are you okay with a Russian? I'm all right with it. And then the crowd responded with boos. Hey, man, if you're that's what the lead singer said when he brought him up. They set this guy up for fucking failure, man.
No.
Social
I need to develop an opinion about this quick.
You want me to read you?
Hold
one more
on,
time?
because like that's the equivalent of me going to like Clemson and being like, hey, I'm gonna pull a black guy up on stage. I don't really know the etiquette in this part of the South. Are we cool with that?
I like black guys.
I love them.
Yeah.
I like their food. I like their sports. Their music's cool. What do you think, guys? That's a wild thing to do in the first place.
Also, the fact that he said, I'm all right with it. Like, say
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I mean, 20 years ago, different story, but right now I'm good.
Because it's almost like
you're not gay, are you?
Yeah, if you're asking if they're all right with it, don't you already kind of know that they're not gonna be okay with it?
Also, why are we identifying? Why do you have to? Did he volunteer that information? Hey, I'm Russian, or did he assume you look like a Russian? How the hell did that come to be?
Nope. Yeah, they said they just brought they brought a person up on stage during a concert. Like it seems like they always bring a fan up.
I don't think there's a single like. This is Jordan. Yeah. I think they're outwardly racist, right? Because like in America, like that would never fly for anything.
Yeah, well, it sounds like Georgia was
maybe right after the war. I'm going to bring an Afghani up here. How do you guys feel?
Oh, dude, imagine if on 9/12 someone was like, I'm going to bring up a Muslim up here.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Muslims. They're all right. Yeah. Everyone in America would be like, fuck you, man. Yeah. So I do get it because,
Or Vietnamese.
Yeah, a little Viet Cong action.
Yeah.
Because it says that Georgia was governed by the Soviet Union all the way up until it fell, which was in the 80s is when the Soviet Union fell. Was like the wall went down in 83.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down your wall.
Yeah, like that was when, like that wasn't that long ago. No. We're still upset about like you know what I mean? Like the Japanese are still upset about World War II and us nuking.
Get over it.
Get over it. Which was in 1946 or whatever. This was 30 years ago that the Soviet Unions was probably fucking awful people. And it's also not a first world country where they're going to have like, no, we should learn to love and accept the Russians. They're just like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Our country's a shithole because of you.
Yeah.
It was last week marked the 15th anniversary of Russia's takeover around 1/5 of Georgia's territory after a brief. Oh my God, they had a brief war in 2008, dog.
I do want to say the word anniversary is funny there.
Yeah,
we celebrate.
Pick a different word.
Yeah.
Whose anniversary is it today? What are we? 15 years.
You guys want to go to Red Robin? Get a free fudge cake.
Okay, so I didn't know in 2008 Moscow invaded and then recognized the independence of South Ossetia, which was another breakaway. Okay, so dude, like post 9/11, Russia invaded and stole part of their country. Hey man, maybe don't bring a Russian on stage. Maybe just don't address that you brought a Russian on stage. Why did his race need to be addressed?
What the fuck are you playing music in Jordan for?
That is also
Am I
crazy.
crazy to say that?
Just a bunch of like impoverished Jordanese people. Just like they've
He
been
doesn't
through
look
shit.
a thing like Allah, buddy. Yeah, I don't get it.
It is a hilarious place for the Killers.
Who opened for the Killers in Jordan?
How are the Killers
Kesha?
big in Jordan?
I mean, they are pretty huge here. For like, they don't.
Yeah.
He literally made one album, Hot Fuzz, I think.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying. Like, they make sad boy music for feeling sad about a girl. I feel like in Jordan they have more problems than being like, oh, she doesn't like me.
Yeah.
My family died
like,
because we only had potatoes.
You guys don't have souls, but you're old child soldiers. You don't have souls, but you're a child soldier.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
she talks like gentlemen. We kill her and hang her. She die.
I don't think that's a Jordanian accent.
Well, they're near Russia, so I was going Russian.
Why am I like just thinking that they're like brown?
I thought they were Middle Eastern too. Let me do some research real quick.
Middle Eastern was the word I was fighting for.
Yeah, I mean that's wrong. I know that's wrong. Jordan country.
I just meant over brown.
Well, yeah. I literally thought, oh, it's a country in the Middle East. I was right. It's a Middle Eastern country. Is what it's Jordan. It's an Arab nation on the east bank of the Jordan River. So they would be like Arabic, and so they would be. Let's see what their demographic is like broken up into. I'm sure it's mostly like Arabic people and people of like darker skin, and it's not like the white Russians. So my accent was extremely off, but maybe the parts that they conquered.
But all my Allah jokes play.
Dude, yeah, well, yeah, they had an Islamic era,
Nice.
then in the modern era, and then they got independence from the British government in 1946.
That's so funny. Another country gave you your independence. Yeah,
that
dude,
is so
strong
wild.
and independent. You got to call in the Brits. You need the Queen, huh? Why am I talking shit about Jordan?
I mean, they had some issues in in 2021. They had to arrest their prince because he was destabilizing the government for a possible like coup takeover. They have like they have a constitutional monarchy. I mean, dude, they got a city with 1.8 million. They have they're by Saudi Arabia, Syria, Israel, Palestine, Iraq. They're like kind of in between all of that. So
was that the Big Six?
Yeah, they're part. Oh, and I mean, like we fought a bunch in there during the Gulf War. Yeah, so that's weird. I mean, Russia really made a reach there to go conquer them because they're not.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what
I
I mean?
mean, was that Stalin who did that? They,
it would have been Stalin.
These Russians, say what you want, but they're dreamers.
Dude, we're retarded. This article is about Georgia, not Jordan. All right. Well,
hey. What's the difference? What's the fucking difference?
I mean, they could.
This happened in Atlanta?
This happened in Atlanta. No. Yeah.
Georgia's
okay.
Middle East, right?
Yeah. Georgia is way closer to Russia and makes way more sense. And
Holy fucking
their
shit.
flag is Russian, like Russian looking. They're
Dude.
considered Eastern European and West Asian.
Jordan just took so many ricochet shots.
Yeah. Sorry,
Jordan just got so much heat for no reason.
That was our fault. I thought Jordan was just the capital of Georgia. So
I thought it was a shoe company.
that too, yeah. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. This one's more. It's still a big country, but yeah, you can. They had they had problems with. It goes back as far as like the Mongols invading them, so they've been through some shit, and I get maybe why they aren't the biggest fan of Russians after they had been conquered multiple times. I don't know. We don't claim to know European geography on this. We're American, you know.
Yeah,
It's part of being American is thinking that Jordan and Jordan and Georgia are the same place.
Yeah, dude, I'm very, very out on the European way. People keep saying this word charcuterie. The term is cheese board, okay? The French were very mean to us in the 40s. Stop using their lingo. Please.
I do. Yeah, I'm
People
on
are
board
quick
with
to
you.
forget.
Cheese board.
Cheese board.
You ever seen like?
By the way, I sling the word charcuterie.
Oh, dude.
Because my girlfriend's going to hear this and call me out. I'm a big charcuterie guy.
I love a good charcuterie board. I do think it's funny because we've already Americanized them. Like I went to, I think it was a wedding maybe had it or something had a charcuterie board, but
Is there a moon pie on there?
dude, they had like gummy worms.
Yeah.
and like gummy bear. And I was like, did you go to this is my order at 7-Eleven when I'm high as shit.
But it's on a bamboo board.
But you put it on a bamboo board and they're serving it at a wedding and everyone's like, oh my God, look, I have gummy worms in my hand.
like the fun little spreading knives.
The little tiny like butter knives are fucking adorable.
You could have a little sword fight with your nephew.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about stabbing them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little touchback on Casey Anthony there. She's like, oops, I used a machete.
Shouts out. A machete.
A machete.
What are we at?
We're at 55 minutes right now. We got a few more.
Minutes.
We got a story about. We got the one about North Korea, and Putin. I found 2 stories. We have one about the U.S. soldier who defected from South Korea, and the American one who went into North Korea. And I have a story about Austin setting the world record as it is about to hit its 40th day in a row of triple-digit heat, a record unlike anything we've ever seen before.
I mean, let's just talk about the heat for a second and wrap this up, dude.
Yeah.
We are wild animals in this city. I literally have a speed stick for my gooch. It has been 107 degrees every single day. It gets hotter when the sun goes down for some reason.
Dude, that's the worst part is it's hotter at 9 at night feels worse than 1 in the afternoon.
Everything in my 29 years on this earth that I've learned to be true about the outdoors has completely canceled out in my mind upon my arrival to Austin, Texas 2 years ago. This place is a biodome of nonsense.
Yeah. It's funny because all the California, I'm a Californian that moved here.
All right, we'll beep that out too.
We'll beep that out too. But they have stopped, they stopped moving out here because everyone moved out here and experienced one summer and was like, what the fuck?
Well, the beauty about Californians is they are pussies.
Yes.
And, most of them can't hang out here.
No, I mean, dude, I'm like barely surviving. I'm just mind over matter.
You look horrible.
I feel horrible all the time. Someone told me yesterday I looked like Forrest Gump when he goes just running because he can't figure out his life.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's pretty accurate.
I mean, at least your cardiovascular is on point.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Forrest Gump's a national hero. He was Michael Orr before Michael Orr.
So we are confirming Michael Orr retarded.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
I'm down to deem him that.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, listen, most of my facts come from movies. So if the movie says he's retarded, he's retarded.
Yeah. Yeah.
Until he makes his own movie that says he's not, I'm going to believe Hollywood.
I don't think Hollywood wants to cut a deal with Michael right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Hollywood wants to pay someone for a movie that came out fucking 15 years ago.
Yeah. I think, God, so many remakes. Colin O'Mara lied to me the other day. He told me that they're remaking Roots and they're doing Rock as Kunta Kinte.
Dude, what a hilarious lie.
I can't stop imagining just a slave owner hurting himself, like trying to whip him. Like, ow! Jeez, he's like wiping it on his cheek. Don't go anywhere. You just hear
hold up.
Yeah, you just hear the batting coach from the dugout choke up on it.
That would be a funny, I maybe there already is one, but to make, they got all those spoofs, like Year One makes fun of all the Bible stuff, and they got. I think
they did Django.
I guess Django. Yeah, I guess you're right. Django is
it's not a spoof, but
it's not a spoof. Yeah, it's because in my head I was like, you said, I was like, that is a funny scene, and then I was like, well, I can't really think of any other funny slave scenes.
Just imagine The Rock just catching the whip.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much money you have.
He just flexes out of the chains that he's chained up in.
The slave owner's just Macho Man.
Yeah. It's just super racially inaccurate. Like Jackie Chan owns the plantation.
Macho Man was the first person to call a black person brother, and it stuck.
Yeah.
Stuck.
Yeah, stuck is right. Didn't sound too bad.
But yeah, man, it's just fucking hot. It almost kind of gives me a little more respect for the homeless people. No wonder why they're all pissed off. I would be too.
Dude, I do feel, actually, as much as we bagged on some homeless people today, and some are crazy and assholes, I do feel bad for all of them in this heat.
Yeah, I mean, we are humans, dude. If I could help them all, I would, and I tried to. I got a man a Sprite the other night. That's more than most of these rich whites in Austin are doing for them.
That's true.
I'm on the streets, dude. I'm also half the tax bracket above these homeless people.
Yeah.
I don't think I should be the one saving them.
No, I feel you. I have my business account set up for my LLC and editing and comedy, And, I put in losses and gains so that I can get tax stuff. And I've been doing it for like 3 or 4. This is the 4th month of keeping track of it. And I was like, I should see how much I've made this year. And it was like, you've made $2,900. And I was like, I'm not even making $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, you worked far more than 2,000 hours.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then I had a brief moment where I was like, how have I been paying rent? And then I didn't really have an answer.
And every time I'm getting frustrated about my funds, I walk out for a fresh breath of air just to get begged by 7 other fucking people for money. It's insane.
Yeah, we're
dude.
poor too, dog.
It's insane. I'm scraping by.
Yeah, it's fucking rough.
I would like a tax return for all the money I've given to the homeless. That's what I'm going to start logging.
Yeah, you should start doing. I gave $8 to the homeless today.
Want it back.
I spent
Want it back.
$4 worth of gas getting downtown. $5 worth of my time walking around. I had to buy a water and food.
It is funny when you give a homeless person money, like you are supporting like the huge opiate problem of like America.
Yeah,
it's all that money's going to a drug dealer.
Yeah, but I am always alarmed when the person's like, I'm not fucking giving money to these shit ass crackheads. Fuck them. And you're like, you don't have an ounce of like empathy in your body.
They're not like, it's the chicken or the egg. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes, yes, a crackhead will cause you to become homeless. But, like, if you're homeless and can't find a way out, start doing drugs.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot of things, too. I mean, like, think about it, dude. I'll get high to, like, I'll smoke weed to get through, like, a boring day that I don't want to do. Or, like, I have a 10-hour drive, like, and I'm the little passenger princess. I'll get stoned so I can get through my 5 hours of chill. Like, I do that to pass the time. I could imagine if my only means was sitting out in the Austin heat, waiting for, like, fresh needles and fresh food, I, too, would be like, let's give this crack a try.
I tell you, the homeless people don't utilize the river enough.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
River here.
Get down on Lake Ladybird and take a bath, you sneaky bitch.
If not for you, at least for us.
Yeah, please.
You know?
You smell.
But I do. It is a fun. Like it is like, I help them out when I can because as much shit as I talk, like face to face, I fucking care. It is crazy how many people just like walk over homeless people or like. It's insane, but I get it too. As a guy that's struggling out here and working my ass off, like it is very frustrating. It's like I can't go anywhere without being bothered for money. And then I know this money's going towards drugs because if I say I'm not going to give you money, but I'll buy you a water, it's no, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
Or no, I don't want a water, beer. I had to tell a guy, no beer, I'll get you water, and he said, no, I don't want anything then. This actually happened to me. I'm not going to buy him a beer. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. I'm not a charity. Get
No.
out of here.
No, I will buy you water so you can survive another miserable night.
Yeah, I get the fucking frustration there.
But there is something nice about sitting on the bridge just sipping on a 40, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
It's even nicer when you have a couch to go home to, but, you know.
Yeah, it's just part of life. Well,
is that a wrap?
I think we should wrap on fuck homeless people. Is that what we're
man. Captain's dogs. We're doing a double header today, so we'll decide which one comes out. But if not, I am at the Creek in the Cave this Thursday. Creek in the Cave Live, 9 p.m., right?
10 p.m.
10 p.m. Get your tickets at creekinthecave.com. Brandon's on that as well.
Yes, sir.
It's pretty much what I got immediately.
If you're listening to this when it comes out and you're in California, you're one of his listeners there, please come to the Shop Comedy Show this Saturday in Brea, California. Matty's done it before. It's a great show. We need to sell some tickets to that. So if you want to come out, come check that out. $10 for a comedy show and an open bar. So
I love how you turned into a Delta airline pilot for that. You fucking dropped your octave like 10. We have just reached our cruising altitude.
Yeah. I was doing the soft voice. It gets people to buy tickets. They're like, why is this ticket ad is making me horny? I have to go.
All right, buy tickets, folks.
Later.